Forgive me for being really, really nervous. But I'm trying to get less nervous. Working on it anyway.
You are among friends.
This is a filk I did a few years ago now that I really liked, so I thought I'd inflict it on you again. And it was the first one that anybody ever invited me to put into their con book, so I thought that was kind of cool. But I'm not going to be drumming all the way through it. Sorry, Mr. Scrimgeour, but I get too much into the lyrics and then I lose track of what I'm drumming. So I'm just going to start with the drumming and set the pace. I do have chords for this thing, but I like doing it a little faster than I can actually manage the auto harp chords, since auto harp was a skill I just basically tried to acquire while COVIDing. Some wizards traveled out one night, being brothers three. They came upon a river raging near an elder tree, and being clever in the magic arts, a bridge they conjured there. Safely thus they came across, to meet death's angry stare. Tall and cloaked he seemed to shimmer in the evening gloom. Your magic robbed me of my due when you escaped your doom. Yet so for such cleverness I deem a prize to each of you is due. So choose a single item each, and I'll gift it to you. The eldest brother felt that he was born to rule his kind. He said, a wand to beat all others glows within my mind. Then plucking off a branchlet from the nearby elder tree, Death fashioned him the elder wand of invincibility. The second brother hated Death, who'd taken his young love. He asked a token that would resurrect those Death removed. So taking up a river rock, worn small and smooth and gray, Death made the resurrection stone. It shall be as you say. The youngest brother was a careful man and growing wise. He feared the twisted mockery that burned in Death's hot eyes. He asked an item that would let him leave untraceable by Death. An ominous silence followed this, as the wizard held his breath. When Death reluctantly removed the shimmering cloak he wore, the youngest brother put it on, and then his brothers swore. For he'd vanished in the most profound invisibility, and blessing them, he walked away, where none of them could see. That very night the eldest brother fought a wizard's duel. He easily won and boasted that his wand ensured his rule. But envy crept into his rented room, and left him lying dead. A rival wizard slit his throat, with the elder wand he fled. The second brother sat within his house, turned the stone. His lady love he resurrected, safe for flesh and bone. But her sad and distant spirit left him strangling in despair, and so he hanged himself that night to join his lady fair. So Death regained two of the brothers thus within the week, but one eluded him and long as far as he did seek. At a ripe old age the youngest left the cloak unto his son. He met Death as an equal then, and together they walked on. And so they'd passed into a wizard children's story book. The elder won the resurrection stone, the perfect cloak, the deathly hallows known to every child, therefore not believed, except by those who through some chance a hallow had received. Thus it is that truth, though told, be lost to history. Sometimes a song can lift the veil that hides a mystery. So listen closely when the oldest tales are told or sung or read, and may the keys to some amazing find assemble in your head. Sinead. Okay. The next one, not quite so Acapulco. All right. I like that one, though. It makes me happy. I'm an astronomer, and I've taken a whole bunch of classes in space science as well. And this is one of the things that my space science class introduced me to. that it's our near future is going to be helium mining, helium-3 mining. And I know there's another song out there that deals with this too now, which is great. This one I wrote in 2020, and I didn't know there was another song about helium mining out there at all. Maybe it didn't exist yet. I don't know. I'm unclear on the provenance there. But this one, tune and the words are both original. Let's try this. The earth, it orbits around the sun, near 1 degree per day. And as it does, the moon revolves and orbits on its way. Once around its axis means once around the earth. So I'll meet forever gazing toward the planet of my birth. Fusion gave us energy, both plentiful and green. But the safest use is helium-3, so rare yet burns so clean. We've reached for the moon again, the gold rush has begun. Processing the regolith for treasure from the sun. There's mostly automation to extract the helium-3. Still the tech requires maintenance, and that job falls to me. From the far side Highland Station to the peaks of constant light, where the crater walls protect the precious ice within their night. Once around its axis means once around the earth, so I'll meet forever gazing toward the planet of my birth. The dark is 2 weeks long out here, and likewise runs the day. And as for the horizon, well, it's never far away. The earth's a dazzling sky jewel in this land of black and gray, reminding me of what I've given up to earn my pay. The Earth's thin, precious atmosphere protects it just a bit from cosmic rays and asteroids, at least the smaller hits. But on the moon, no atmosphere is cushioning each blow. A tiny rock can deal a shock that's death to those below. Once around its axis means once around the earth, so I'll meet forever gazing toward the planet of my birth. It caught me through the backpack as I fixed a solar cell, and if that hadn't slowed it, I'd have nothing more to tell. But lying on my back now, frozen blood has blocked the hole. I have a few more moments yet to try and calm my soul. And my heart is filled with love, although it's failing me at last, for the sky jewel of my homeworld, now forever in my past. And I wouldn't trade this beauty for another 20 years. Hold fast to dreams, I've lived it, choosing dreams above our fears. Once around its axis means once around the earth, so I'll meet forever gazing toward the planet of my birth. That's it, Sinead. And I think I've got tunes for number 3 as well. Trying to time everything. Yay. Oh, this is a Lawrence song. Okay. Lawrence wrote this wonderful song about bookstores, and I honorifically filked it into a Galaxy Quest song before he won his Pegasus for it. It was just a beautiful song. I really like it. I had to put it in my keys, though. And you may imagine, if you've been trying to play along at home, my keys are really annoying to guitarists. Way too many F chords. F chord this and F chord that. Anyway, so I'll try to do my best Lawrence impersonation, but I can't really do the bridge. He's got lovely guitar skills. Sneaking around in a Thermian spaceship, corridors closed by Ceres's crew. So we must rely on a small band of truth and second-hand knowledge and the ship's fiction too. Wow, this didn't sound so low when I was practicing it. We didn't know when we left the grand opening just where that limo our captain would bring. We just piled right in to be part of the gig then. But what came next was a hell of a thing. Sneaking around in a Thermian spaceship, corridors closed by Ceres's crew. So we must rely on a small band of truth and second-hand knowledge and the ship's fiction too. Thermians really are cephalopodic, great recreators of all that they've seen. But they believed in our show episodic, and for our aid they were ever so keen. Sneaking around in a Thermian spaceship, corridors closed by Ceres's crew. So we must rely on a small band of truth and second-hand knowledge and the ship's fiction too. Ceres was after an ultimate weapon, so he required the Omega-13. But we didn't know what that bugger was used for. It only showed up in the series' last scene. La 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 la. La 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 la. That's kind of the bridge. Anyway, fighting all odds and rock monsters and blue things, all to obtain a beryllium sphere. Funny to think, it's the strange way we do things. That's why, unpredictably, we are still here. Brandon has led us now all through the ductwork, through chompers and flamers, although who knows why. And we've won the ship back through courage and teamwork, though Gwen still insists that the writer should die, flying around in a Thermian spaceship, corridors littered with Ceres crushed crew. We'll always rely on our great group of true men for their deep lore and belief in us too, for their deep lore and belief in us too. Sinead, how's my time? 12:30, bing, on the nose. Thank you all, you guys.
Well done.